I'm Danny Brown, and you're listening to 1 Minute Podcast Tips, the show that helps you be a better podcaster in just a minute a week. Did you know you can get invites to exclusive live streams where you can ask questions about your podcast, as well as get new episodes 48 hours before anyone else? Check out 1minutepodcasttips.com/support to learn more. And now, this week's episode. In an earlier episode of 1 Minute Podcast Tips, I spoke about the importance of having a really good elevator pitch for your podcast. And I'll leave a link to that in the show notes so you can check that out after you've listened to this episode. But more so than having a good elevator pitch, being able to describe your podcast in as few words as possible is a really effective skill to work on and improve. And this is what I call the 10-word rule. If you can describe your podcast in 10 words or less, it can really help you attract new listeners. So for example, a podcast I listen to is Piecing It Together by David Rosen. This is a movie podcast, but it's a movie podcast with a difference. And that comes across in David's own example of the 10-word rule. When asked to describe his podcast, David always says it's a podcast about movies and the movies that inspired them. And that's the perfect description for his podcast, which looks at the influences behind some of the most popular movies today. So take a look at your own podcast and try to narrow it down to 10 words or less how you would describe the podcast to someone that's asking for the very first time. Until the next time, happy podcasting. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy 1 Minute Podcast Tips, be sure to share with your friends and other podcasters so they can enjoy it too. Until the next time, happy podcasting.